Hey y'all, I'm Anna and welcome back to my channel. We are finally back home in my own kitchen. Our air conditioning was out for a couple of weeks and so that's why I didn't have any new videos last week. But we're back home now and we are so excited because today I'm going to share with you my recipe for chocolate crinkle cookies. These are my sister's absolute favorite cookie ever and I'm thrilled to share the recipe with you. It is so good. They are kind of like a mix between a chocolate cookie and a brownie. So I'm really excited. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I do not have my oven preheated because this dough needs to chill in the fridge for a few hours, so we'll bake them later. All right, let's go over our ingredients. We have 1 stick of softened unsalted butter, some granulated sugar, 4 eggs, and this is flour, sifted cocoa powder, salt, and baking powder. I always sift my cocoa powder because it's just so lumpy. I rarely sift my flour though. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I've got my butter here. We always start off with butter and sugar. I'm going to turn this on and then add in my sugar. I'm going to let this go for a couple of minutes. Alright, that looks good. It's very thick. I'm going to add in my vanilla, just a good little splash. That's actually a big splash, but that's alright. And this is 4 eggs. I'm going to try to add 1 at a time, but it's okay if a couple go in at once. Alright, and let this go for just a minute or two. Alright, scrape time. Now I had left my eggs out for several hours. I don't always do that, but if your eggs and butter are both at room temperature, it really does mix a lot better. So that's why mine looks really smooth. But sometimes if your eggs are cold, it might be a little bit lumpy, but it all turns out okay. Okay, that looks great. Now over here I've got my flour, cocoa powder, salt, and baking powder. I'm going to gently mix this together. Try not to get it everywhere. I'll probably just add half at a time just so I don't make a mess. I'm going to add the other half. And this makes a lot of cookies, so a lot of times I actually do about half this amount, but I want to put some in my freezer later, so I'm making a big batch today. Alright, we're all finished. I'm going to leave this batter in this big bowl, and I'm just going to cover it with some aluminum foil or plastic wrap, whichever is fine. I'm going to let this stay in the fridge for at least 3 hours. Overnight is fine. So this is a good cookie to make like the day before, and then when you want to bake them, just do it the next day. It's totally fine. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this up, and in a few hours I will show you how to roll them up and bake them. So I actually let my dough stay in the fridge overnight, so it's the next day. Alright, what I have here is a 1½ tablespoon size ice cream scoop. You can use any size you like. Sometimes I use a 1 tablespoon, but I think 1½ tablespoon makes the perfect size cookie. I have my oven preheated to 350, and I have a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. So I'm just going to start scooping my cookies. So it's so simple. The dough is at the perfect consistency to scoop it. It's not too hard, it's still quite soft. So you get it in your little ice cream scoop. Your hands are going to get a little bit messy, but that's alright. And I just roll it into a ball. Dip it in some powdered sugar. And I didn't mention this earlier, but below this video I've got a link to my blog, and that's where all the measurements will be. Okay, so that's all you do. Just roll it in there and line them up. I'm probably going to do about 10 or 12 on here, and I'll show you what they look like when I'm all finished. Alright, my cookies are ready to go in the oven. I'm only doing about 9 right now. I'll do the rest later. And I wanted to mention one thing. Every time I make these, I double dip them into the powdered sugar because I do them once and I put them on the baking sheet. And when I'm finished, I go back and start with the first one and dip them again, because sometimes it looks a little bit like that, like the powdered sugar dissolves a little bit. It's kind of hard to explain, but it works, and it just makes them look a lot prettier in the end. So I'm going to pop these in my oven at 350 for about 12 or 15 minutes. I'll let you know when they come out how long they took. So I will see you in just a minute. All right, we have a special little helper with us today. Can you tell everyone your name?
Owen.
This is Owen, and he is going to taste a cookie with us today. These are the same cookies we made for Santa at Christmas, so, oh my goodness, that's so sweet. These are the cookies we made for Santa, so we all love these. All right, you want to pick a cookie and try it? Which one you want? It's not hot. I let this cool for about 10 minutes.
Maybe this one.
That one, okay.
And the middle one.
And the one in the middle. All right. Ooh, is it good?
Yeah.
Oh, the dog's barking too. That's okay.
No.
All right, so I'm going to try a bite too. That's good, isn't it? They are so soft, but rich. You can see the inside. It's almost like like I said earlier, it's like a cross between a cookie and a brownie. So it's very soft, but I'm telling you, this is delicious. My sister is going to be so happy tonight. You want to eat mine too? All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you try this recipe, please let me know. I would love to see pictures. I've got chocolate in my teeth right now. Can you say thank you for watching?
No.
Say thank you for watching.
Thank
Sorry
you
about the
for
dog,
watching.
but this is real life. All right, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye. Say bye.
Bye.